Welcome to the AIU Symposium online for Exponential Personal Growth. Today's date is the February 2nd, 2022, and we're going to continue on now with the next presenter, Igor Silva from Angola. And so, Igor Silva, go ahead and introduce yourself, talk about who you are while I get your presentation prepared, okay?
Okay. My name is Igor Silva. I'm from Angola. I was born on the 2nd of July, 1980. I have a wife and 2 kids, and the third one is coming. So, and I'm happy. First, I thank God to participate on this presentation, and I thank as well AIU and all the team for the AIU to help me to finish my master degree in business management in 2020. So actually, I plan to do my PhD next year. So, and I'm happy to be part of this family. Dr. Lambert, just waiting for the...
1 second. Here you are.
Okay, thank you.
So just let me know when you need to change the slide. I'll change it for you.
Okay, no problem. Yes, I said before, I've made the Master Business Management. I finished in 2020, so, and actually I plan to do my PhD next year, and I'm glad to be part of AIU. You can change that, yes, or I'll talk by personal exponential growth. This is the topic. Well, for exponential personal growth, we have the different answers for these ones. Well, I would say that the personal exponential growth is a system which the amount being added to the system is proportional to the amount already presented. The beginner, the bigger system is the greater the increase. And how you reset your mindset to achieve personal exponential growth. We have different ways. One way is just set your mindset for every day when you get up. We can use like a spiral model. This is made by Jamal Hyde. We have different like spiritual, physical, intellectual, relational, and emotional. For the spiritual, we have meditation. For physical, we have walking or working out. For intellectual, we have learning something new. And for relational, just nothing or important relationship, for instance. And for emotional, we have writing the gratitude letter or keeping gratitude journal. You can set one of these goals each day, and you can reset your mindset to achieve your personal goal. Okay, also we have different subjects like financial planner, business referral, sales preparation, customer relations, customer lending, investment, administrative management, in general, consulting. I can give you an example. One of the, I believe, is best examples of exponential growth is observed in a bacteria. It takes a bacteria an hour to reproduce. To prophylactic fission. If you place 100 bacteria in the environment and record in the population size each hour, you would observe exponential growth. This is one of the examples. So, Dr. Lambert, can you change the next slide? We have financial security. Well, financial security refers to a peace of mind you feel when you aren't worried about your income being enough to cover your expense. Or in other words, we can say that you have enough money to save to cover your emergencies or your future financial goals. Or in another way, having enough money, financial assets to cover your expenses, emergencies, and retirement without having any concern of running out. Of course, with the COVID-19, all families, inclusive mine, had financial issues. My financial issues, security has been affected by COVID as well. Fortunately, thanks God, I still employed, even in pandemic time, but many families and my colleagues, they lose their jobs. So sometimes I used to help my friends and my old colleagues as well. The COVID-19 pandemic and therefore has caused unprecedented loss to income and employment. According to labor statistics, over 20 million payroll jobs were lost in April 2020, and the employment rate over the 40%. So this is a question for how anyone can get financial security. We have different points. For instance, you have to start as soon as you can for your financial security. View your savings deposit as well as bill. Save your tax deferred account. Diversity your profile or your portfolio. Consider all potential expenses. Optimize your expenses. This is one of points that you can get financial security. Well, on top of this, we have spaced hours. According to survey in April, nearly 40% of workhouse and households with income under 40%, 40,000% a year, for instance, they lost jobs and they were forgotten. The stock to income has generated considerable concerns about the family, the ability to pay the basic expenses, such as rent a car or car payments and food. So I know this COVID-19 has been put all families in very bad situations, but thanks to God, I believe that the COVID is going away, and I hope by the end of this year we have no COVID at the world. Okay, Dr. Blama, can you change for the social relationship? Yeah. Well, social relationship, it can be defined as a sum of social interaction between individuals over a period of time. We have different types of relationship, like as exchange, competition, cooperation, conflicts, and coercion. I'll define just these ones. Social interaction, for instance, is a process by which we act and react to those around us, for instance. Exchange is a social process whereby social behavior is exchanged for some type of rewards for equal or greater value. The reward can be material, a paycheck at the job, for instance, or non-material, a thank you from your coworker. Competition. Well, competition is a process by which two or more people attempt to achieve a goal that only one can attain. Competition is a common feature of Western societies, and the concerns of the capitalism view competition as a positive thing, one that can be motivated to achieve goals. However, competition can lead to physical stress, a lack of cooperation in social relationship, inequality, and even conflict. So competition is good in certain point. And then we have another one, is the cooperation. Well, the purpose of cooperation is to realize the economy, cultural, social needs of the organization, member, and surrounding community. We have conflict as well. The conflict is a struggle between which may be physical or between conflict ideas. We have coercion that is used of force or intimidation to obtain compliance, which sometimes coercion is not good as well. We know that some governments, they use coercion sometimes, but when they use coercion, you just get worth the things. Okay, Dr. Robert, can you change for family solidarity, the next slide? Well, for the family solidarity, well, I do part of a big motorcycle club in Angola, and a part of the tourism, we do philanthropy. So we offer soups to the most disadvantaged people. We in Angola, we have like in Luanda, is this capital of Angola. We have 3 hospitals that we each month we offer 150 soups. Well, this was before the COVID lockdown. We used to offer 150 soups each month, but well, when the COVID starts, we had to stop. So, but even though now COVID is smoothly going out, we start again, not with books, but we offer clothes, toys, and for the children. So we try to do this on family solidarity. Dr. Lambert, can you change the next slide? I think I have some pictures here just to show you. Yeah, you can see here the hospital, and then we have some soups here, and my son here with some water, and a baby on hospital. So we have a car over there, a hand car, so where we have the soups, water, and that we offer to these hospitals. As we have our group, we pay a quote, and we have money that we can buy these things, and they offer, because we have many issues. As you know, Angola, we were in 27 years of war, and so actually the government doesn't help much to the hospitals, and the people used to help the people that they are in the hospitals. Dr. Lambert, can you change the next slide as well? I think it's the pictures. There are some, yeah. We have pictures as well. We have some girls, parts of our club as well. And we have the soups, we have the children over there receiving the food and receiving the toys. It's a big emotion because they usually when they receive, some of them they cry of the emotion. So it's very good. So Dr. Lambert, can you change the next slide as well? Yeah, also some pictures you can see. Also just soups that we offer to the people, most disadvantaged people. They don't have anything. So we in Angola, we have many of these people, and sometimes I'm at home and someone is knocked the door, and when you go outside, someone is asking if you doesn't have any bread for him because he's hungry. So we try to do our best. We try to do our best to help these people. Yeah, can you change next slide, Dr. Lambert? Okay, talking about my job. Wow, I work for Baker Hughes. Baker Hughes is a oil industry company. It's an American company. I worked for 20 years. I started as a technician career, is technician 1, 2, 3, and afterwards I moved to team leader and supervisor, and after that I moved to quality department as a quality specialist, where I am still working now. So all my career, I thank God first, and after Baker for going me up. So I intend to progress my career in quality department because quality is life, and I love quality. So we have different meanings of term of quality. So the quality is commonly used to mean the degree of excellence in given product or activity. Philosophers have argued that more precise definition of quality is not possible. Building on discussion initially by Socrates, Aristotle, Plato, and the other thinkers in ancient Greece, quality is understood as universal value that we learn to recognize only through the experience of being exposed to success of objective characterized by it. So we have different means of quality, and the important thing is that people knows what this quality is. If you want, for instance, to buy a car, you know which car is the quality. Sometimes we don't have money enough to buy that quality car, but people knows it, and it is important to have quality things, even for everything, for clothes, for car, for house, and it's good to have a quality things, quality life, and the quality involves all aspects of life. So that's why I like quality, and I'll be pushing to do my PhD in quality as well. So Dr. Lambert, can you change for next slide? Okay, for physical health. Well, physical health is good. Because we have always to be active. is according to the doctors, everyone should at least walk half an hour a day. So from talking about myself, I do most of week, almost at least four times a week. I do walking, I do swimming, I do biking as well, 30 to 40 kilometers on a Sunday. It's the only the time that I have. So physical health is important to everyone, regardless of whenever they have a health problem or not. So I encourage everyone to make exercise, because as soon as you make exercise, your mental health will be active. You will be active all the time. So it is important, and different studies showing that if you stay active, you can make more. You can be more active at work. You can be more on everything. So keep running, keep walking every day, and they will be good for your physical health. Dr. Lambert, can you change the slide? We have here some pictures as well, and this is me at the back with my friend. I used to do on Sundays. We used to do 30 to 40 kilometers. So, and after this exercise, for sure, I'll feel with energized and with the mental health very active. Okay, Dr. Mbaka, can you change the next slide? This is the swimming pool that also used to swim on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. It's very good. Swimming is one of the modalities that involves all the muscles, that can move all the muscles. It's one of the best. So that's why I use to swim a lot, and I encourage everyone to do that as well, if possible. Yeah, Dr. Lambert, can you change the slide as well? Emotional health. Well, for the emotional health, it's very important, the emotional health, and what we need really in our lives to be emotional well. Well, the results of an emotional health are security, the giving and receiving of attention, control, being part of a wide community, privacy, intimacy, emotional connection with others, status, and the meaning and the proposal of life. So, well, this can be defined a checklist that you can refer to. Nothing where your scores or low, making adjustment in your life. It can be particularly useful in times of change. When you have moved houses, change job, or relationship has ends, this is where a particular vulnerable or our usual ways to get our needs to meet may be compromised, and we need to be creative about how you get them meet in a new way. For me, it's critical, because mainly when you have, for instance, I'll give a sense, we have a relationship has ended. This is your emotional health can change a lot. So we need to be very active. I would say making exercises to avoid any problems of mental health and also this can affect your health. Dr. Lambert, can you change the next slide for mental health? Okay. Well, for mental health, I would say about my country, Angola, we have many issues in Angola for mental health because we had 27 years, actually on a slide, check, on slide it's 40, but it's not 40, it's 27 years of war that we had. So as Angolans, we still a lot to do with work in terms of population, having a better country. Because at the moment we have 25% of population that is not educated. So we have, this was due to the war, the 27 years of the war. So the government is working on it because now we are on 19, in April this year, we are going to do 19 years of peace. But even though we still have a lot to work, and we have a mentality of the war. We still have the mentality of the war. And as we have 25% of the population not educated, so we have a lot to work. And I thank AIU because a lot of things I learned from AIU, and I'm still reading and learn a lot. And for all these subjects, mental health and the other subjects. So I try to help my neighborhoods that I have opportunity to talk to them and some friends to change the paradigm. So and I know the government is trying to do their best as well, but this will take time, and it's not easy after 27 years of the war, and would change quickly. So, Dr. Lambert, can you change the slide? Well, we are talking spirituality. So, well, this is another subject, very important as well. Spirituality is essential to healthcare. Why? Well, illness, life stress, and loss can trigger profound spirituality questions in a people's life that can address the very core of humanity. Who I am and why I am here on earth. This is a question that many people may ask itself. Well, this question can provoke deep crisis in people. If these questions are not addressed, people can become hopeless and full of disappear. Well, Viktor Frankl, he wrote that spirituality is the sense of each human being. He also found this experience during the World War II, that people can cope with suffering if that suffering has meaning. It is the meaning that people find in the mindset of suffering, loss, and illness that provides opportunity for growth, love, and peace. For instance, we have the nurses and the other healthcare professional have tremendous potential to impact the lives of a patient, spiritual needs and issues. By beginning present to the patient in the mindset of those why questions, we can help people moving from disappear to hope, from isolation to love. Dr. Elizabeth Johnson is Taylor help to guide healthcare professionals with skills needs to console patients as they navigate through often lovely and hopeless situation in their lives. Spirituality can be defined as part of people that seeks ultimate meanings in life, speciality in the mindset of suffering. That expression can take main forms: God, church, natural, spiritual beliefs and values. Spirituality is the part of one's life that one aware and awareness of some greater than one's life alone. It helps all of touching of the mystery of the life and the death. So spirituality is relational. Thus underlines a very natural and who we are as a people community. Communities at home, work, place, and with friends. So spirituality, healthy spirituality is very important. That question that I raised just a few minutes ago, who am I and why I am here on health? I know many people ask that. So we have to go through this spiritual health. We have to read, we have to learn. I believe in God, and I know people that don't believe in God. So, but it is important because there are stages of life, and you ask this question for you, and I believe no one will have this answer, only God. So this is my contribution for spiritual health. Dr. Lambert, can you go to the next slide, just as a conclusion?
Now, I'll just say, in some ways, when you look at exponential personal growth, always increasing so rapidly, there comes a point where it's almost like you have to believe in God, because that's the infinite. And in order to reach there, you have to have exponential growth.
Sure, I agree with you.
And I also wanted to say that in my years of experience with research and thesis and projects that the students do, I can categorize them into two areas: a doctorate of the mind and a doctorate of the heart. And what I mean by a doctorate of the heart is sometimes you see a research and a vision that someone has that just comes from a really strong, developed heart. I'm seeing that in your work.
Thank you, Dr. Lambert. Okay, as a conclusion, for this end, personal goals, it's a theme which can help everyone around the world. So everyone has the right to do anything for his personal experience. Show the willing to reach the top by improving your goal mindset, by be more proactive, learn to understand yourself, be persistent despite obstacles, learn and accept your limits, learn how to make effective decisions, practice gratitude, stay open-minded to new opportunities. All these elements are essential for personal growth. This is I have for today, Dr. Lambert. I don't know. I hope, I believe there's questions.
Well, I do not see any questions yet, so I'll start. When you say here, learn how to make effective decisions, can you talk about that?
Okay, learn how to make effective decisions. Well, there is different, there is many courses, Dr. Lambert, and many books that show and how he can make effective decisions. I encourage everyone to read. If you go to the net and you do a search, even on AIU library, you can find effective decision as well. I found a book over there that I was reading, and I learned from that there is some effective decision that we make we learn from our experience as well, and when we talk with the people, we learn some decision, because when we talk to the people, when we socialize, there are many things that people do, and they, for instance, if they make it wrong, they know the right way to do. If you socialize with these people, you will learn from them how to make effective decisions and the right decisions.
Okay, we have a question coming in from Rhoda Nuvunga Luis. I'm going to ask you to, there you go. I think you can talk now. Rhoda Nuvunga.
So everything is dark, but I really want to make some comments on Igor Silva presentation because his country my country is facing a similar situation with his country. We had almost 20 years war, civil war, and we are facing same difficulties. Hospitals are the same, very few hospitals and lack of conditions. So we do the same what Igor is doing. We have to work to help our community, to help hospital to improve the food, even water supply, clothes, and everything. So it was really a touching experience for me. I was seeing like he's talking about Mozambique. Oh, very, very, very similar. So I couldn't say without any comment. So thank you, Igor, to take this not very good experience to show to the world, but it's really good to share it, to show to other countries that we still struggling, we're still fighting, but we have lack of facilities, lack of hospitals, schools, and everything. So thank you, Igor. Keep going. Still proactive. Do what you are doing. Well done. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Martin. Actually, I was working in Mozambique as well, and I know how Mozambique is. I know what you are talking about.
Let's go to Yusuf Ahmad. Can you activate your microphone and your camera to ask your question, Yusuf? Go ahead and speak. It looks like you're talking, but we can't hear anything. I can't hear anything.
So do I.
Oh, the audio is not coming through. No, your audio is not coming through.
Can you hear me, sir? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
It's
Hello?
cutting the communication.
Yeah. Yeah, well done, Mr. President. Mr. President,
No, I don't think his audio is going to be good enough.
Yeah, no.
Let's go down. Anybody else want to speak? I see Tanya de Carvalho. Do you want to say a few words? Well, we can't hear you. But it looks like you've unmuted your microphone, but we still can't hear you.
hello?
Sometimes if you unplug your earphone, is there
Yes, I did.
We can hear
Can you
you.
hear me now? Okay, okay. Hello, well, I'm Tanya Silva. I am Igor's wife, and I'm here to give her support, my husband. And yes, our country, unfortunately, is that our reality is the same of a lot of countries. But I believe if everyone do a small part of being taking care of another people, helping, if you don't only wait only for the government and for the politics and for the people, if someone gives a little bit of we can help around the world. So it's our heart. I believe everyone has a small compassion, and to see that situation can be with us, with our children, with someone is our family, who can help, and the world can be better. Yeah, I think it's how can I say, it's a accomplishment of everyone in the world to help, to give something, even material or even your words, your help, moral, not only things or helping with food or things, but just to taking care of someone, listen, just help for somewhere. So I think it's a very good topic. Congratulations, Igor, my husband. Okay.
Igor Silva, would you like to respond to this?
Thank you, my love, my wife. Wow, actually, I'm in Angola, in Rwanda, and she's in Portugal at the moment. So, but we will be together next month. So, thank you.
Yes, I'd like just to add some comment about something that Igor said about believing and having God in our lives. I believe in God, and I have God in my life, but since I married with Igor, he make me believe more and have more God in my life, and I became a better person, a happy woman. So I think God is important for everyone, for our lives forever.
Thank you.
Okay.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much for those words.
Okay, you're welcome.
Let's go on. Dr. Eduardo Viana, do you have some words to say? No? Yes? Yes.
I don't have any questions, just a comment. Congratulations for your great presentations. We are very happy to hear so motivational and inspirational words you shared with us. Igor, congratulations. I'm from Brazil, and I see that you speak English very well. If I'm not wrong, the mother tongue of Angola, as Brazilian mother tongue is Portuguese, isn't it?
We talk Portuguese. We talk Portuguese. It's our
Very, very good, my friend. Your words were very, very inspirational. Your wife's words were also very inspirational. Congratulations for you. For
Thank
both.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you all could speak Portuguese if you
Yeah.
want. We have a question from Lloyd Harrison and then from Salima. So Lloyd Harrison, you go first.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Igor Silva. That was a good presentation. I just want to comment with respect to the question about making a sensible decision. Most time I learned recently whilst doing a course in AIU, I learned about the decisions we make. Mainly, they come basically based on our emotions or feelings. And we just try to rationalize it using our mind, our senses. But basically, we actually make our decisions based on feelings and emotions. So I see why it's important that we put God, spiritual, and those have a positive mindset and have also positive thoughts about what's happening around us, because then we are also able to have the right type of feeling and emotions when things happen to make a sensible judgment that will be uplifting and would lead to exponential growth, rather than having negative thoughts, mindsets, and when things happen around us, the feelings we have are also negative, and therefore we tend to work against our progress. I say this because I've experienced similar situation in which you want to move forward, then you, because of a negative mindset at first, you start to think about, oh, I'm having issues with internet connection. What's happening? Just when I want to do some actual work, that's when I've experienced a lot of this. But if you have a positive mindset, then you may just think of options, reasons why this is happening, and perhaps see ways and means of, moving forward and making sure that you achieve what you want to achieve. I want to say thank you to all the presenters so far. I'm really encouraged as to why we should be very resilient in what we want to achieve, regardless of whatsoever comes our way. We should be able to, trust in friends and people and be able to go for what you want, irrespective of what comes your way. There are challenges that you face in life, but as long as you have a positive mindset, you look at them as opportunities to move forward and achieve, greater things. Thank you so much for this. I appreciate it. AIU is marvelous. I appreciate the discussions. They're so wonderful. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay, now we move to Salima Mutima.
Thank you so much for a great presentation throughout the day. So I was fortunate today to have time. Actually, few of my meetings were canceled. So this is really a treat. Thank you for the organization, and thank you for the good presentation. So it's really great that I had the opportunity to listen throughout the day to many. I just missed two. I will be looking forward to the videos that will be posted. So for Igor, one of my goals is, as I'm also pursuing my education through this university, I'm thinking of giving back. Your example of the organization that you have on the ground is very inspiring. my question is, what do you do to sustain, and what do you have like for fundraising? Where do you get the funds to continuously provide these soups and supplies? How do you do your fundraising, and what is the plan for sustainability to be able to continue providing that support? Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for the question. We have our club, we have courts, we pay courts each month. It is a symbolic value, but our clubs, we are now 300 people for this club. So, and we pay courts, and we have this money, and we use most of this money to help people. Most of the money we use to help people. This is where we get money. Actually, we have, I think last year or the day before the pandemic, we had some banks. They knew that we were doing this kind of thing, helping people. They were helping us with money. Say, well, you have X money just for this proposal. So, and it appears many people that want to help. So it's good, because as soon we have more people, and it will be easy for us to buy things and to offer the people. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, Audrey Cole, Crossdale, would you like to say anything? Audrey Cole, Crossdale. Looking around, Alex Bupe, Biwalia. Would you like to add some thoughts, question?
Really, I've just enjoyed the presentation and the way he did it. I mean, Igor, and what has touched me is the issue of him giving back to the community. I think that's so essence of being an AIU student or coming out of AIU. AIU tries to train us to be a people who are able to give back to community, whatever we have picked. And the things we pick from AIU help us emotionally and to be, I think, upright in the way we approach issues of community and of life around us. So I'm happy that Igor and his friends and family are able to do that, to give back to community in that sense. So which is also, as one gives back, there's that element of exponential growth. So thank you for that. That's a comment I can say.
Thank you.
Sorry about that, Dr. Lambert. My phone was giving problem to open. Yes, I'd like to add to say that when you have a positive mindset, then it allows you to see opportunities and not problems. It allows you to see solutions and not complaints, because there is always an alternative. But the challenge is that the alternative might not be favorable to us. And so we are afraid to try. We are afraid to execute. And many times we know what needs to be done. We know what needs to be changed, but there is no willpower to act. But I can say that the things that are most difficult in our lives are the things that are usually best for us. Success is never easy. It is not easy. And so it means, therefore, we have to take chances. We have to take calculated risk. We have to bear pain. We have to see victory in the struggles. If we don't cultivate that kind of mindset spiritually, physically, intellectually, relationally, and emotionally, then we are buried. We are alive, but we are not living. So it's as if we are walking into a cemetery, because remember, we design our lives by the choices that we make. And many times we must understand somebody cannot cause you to do something, because the option, the will, the action has to be carried about by you. They can influence you, but at the end of the day, for the change, for the action to be executed, then it has to be a decision on your part, an action on your part. So once we see things positively, it allows us to navigate life's challenges in a more way that sometimes we find fulfilling and rewarding. It's in the most difficult circumstances that we find our true strength. There are parts of us, there are ways in us, there are attitudes in us, there are abilities that we didn't know exist until we challenge ourselves and difficulty. So as I said, spiritually, the Lord says, I can conquer all things. You can conquer all things through Christ, who strengthened you, and God's promises, his words, can't lie, they never lie. Many of us, we say we know God and we believe in God, but we are afraid to do what the Lord says we are to do. So we chant scriptures, we quote scriptures and all these motivational speeches. We listen to the Les Brown and the TD Jakes, but we are not executing. There's not that willpower. And until I can tell you my experience at AIU, it was kind of very challenging to really say, listen, look at the circumstances that confront me. Should I take up a PhD now? And many persons were trying to say, no, it's not the right time, but you have to be careful whose voice you are listening to. Because there are times when people give you negative feedback, and so you live and carry out the negative. You have to know what's in you, the power that is in you, and go out and fulfill. You know, the good thing about AIU, it is self-directed, it's self-paced. You just have to constantly communicate with your tutors and your advisors if you're having challenges. But it is such a way that if you feel that you can do your PhD in 3 years or 2 years, the infrastructure that has been established is there for you to complete it once you communicate. So I said, you know, it's in this era of flexibility, in this era of adaptability, where we have to be agile, we have to be proactive, and we have to be alert, assertive, prayerful, watchful, and sober, and do not follow the crowd. Do not follow the crowd. Once you follow the crowd, you will get lost. And do not be carried away by popularity. Too many of us spend our time living on social media and believing the facade, the lies, and try to compare ourselves with others. But remember, you are unique in your own ways. You are divinely blessed. Do not compare yourself with others. Do not believe the lies. Social media is full of personality props. And so if we continue, we are deceiving ourselves and we are fooling ourselves. Just have a positive mindset. You see solutions in problems and you see opportunities in difficulties.
Thank you. Thank you.
Igor Silva, would you like to respond to that?
No, I don't have words. Yes, I want to say thank you for that. Thank you for the words.
Well, it seems as though we've run to the end of this symposium. Unless anybody has any other questions or comments, we have arrived at the end. We've had 8 presentations all day long, and we've touched upon many, many subjects. And this is a good note to end on with Igor Silva. Is showing how you can do good for your community. Your physical health, getting exercise, mental health. You know, it's interesting, I've seen so many students from all around the world talking about how important mental health is right now and how it's not being recognized. From South America to Africa to North America to Europe, Asia, everybody's talking mental health is a big issue, but it's like nobody's doing anything about it yet. So thank you for talking about that and bringing it up in your presentation.
Thank you.
Yusuf Ahmad, do you have a question? I see your hand raised. Yusuf Ahmad, Can you activate your microphone? Oh, I see the microphone is activated, but no sound is coming through.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Hello. Can you hear me?
We heard you and then the sound.
Okay, well done, Mr. President. You did a very good presentation. And thank you, the AIU. Thank you for this from the symposium. I have a question. Can you hear me? Can you hear now? Yeah. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
You
Yeah.
may have,
Please, my question is that please, do you have a student body or organization or society for AIU?
we have my AIU and we have groups. So there's a student body.
Okay.
So yes, we do. I mean, the students can communicate with each other.
Okay, that's great. And then please, we need a WhatsApp group for this AI so that we can communicate.
Okay. Okay, so I guess you're saying thank you. We're trying to
Yes, sir, yes,
understand.
sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so I think with that, Igor Silva and family, thank you for being here. Audrey Cole, Crossdale, excellent.
Thank
Dr.
you.
Eduardo
Thank you.
Gana and Alex Upe, Puavia, Francis Chan, Mike Okonkwo, Oscar
Hello.
Manuel Tipo, everybody.
Doctor, good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who is talking now? I can't see.
Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Edward Lambert. This is Mercy Opera from Nigeria.
Hello,
I've been
Mercy.
waiting. I've been waiting. Please, sir, can I have a little time with you
Do you want
after you have rounded up? Yes, sir.
you want to ask a question to Igor Silva?
It's personal, sir. We discuss personally, sir.
I would
When you are
suggest
done.
send me an email
Okay, sir.
because this is not a personal place. Send me an email.
I've been trying to reach you. Okay, meanwhile, I join others to appreciate AIU.
Mercy, you have my
Well,
email, right?
Pardon?
You have my email?
I do, sir.
Okay, yeah. Send me an email and I'll take care of whatever it is.
Okay, doctor. May I join others to appreciate AIU for the positive impact you are making both in our lives and those yet to join. I also appreciate all the presenters tonight. I think they did a wonderful job. Good night, everyone, and God bless.
Thank you.
And God bless.
Thank you.
I mean,
Good night.
we still have
Good
Jose
night.
Meia here, who is like, I think this has been a powerful experience for Jose Meia to see the light, to clean the heart and move forward. You know,
Indeed.
think about it, you know, Jose Meia, if you get in touch with Igor Silva and his wife, and you talk about things, you're going to see a whole new vision of what you can do with life. It's just, do you want to share emails right now? So anybody who's looking for an opportunity to grow, you can contact each other and talk.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I was raising my hand and you didn't see my hand.
No,
And,
you're on the other screen. I didn't see you. The other screen.
I was raising my hand. I wanted to ask for their email. It's like you read my mind.
See?
And also I wanted to thank Audrey for the advice on the Silva's family. And wish the Silva family well, because charity work is not an easy task. And
Yes.
our prayers will be with you on your work. Just keep doing what you do. God will see you through.
Thank you. God bless you.
Jose Mia,
Thank
if
you.
you look in chat right now, you're going to see the email for Igor Silva and his wife Tanya.
Thank you.
You see them?
Yes, yes.
Go ahead and write them down, because we're about to conclude the symposium, which will end, and then you won't actually have time. So let me know when you've written them down.
All right.
And thank you all so much, all the presenters all day long.
Thank you, Dr. Lambert.
And it looks like
Dr.
Emmanuel
Edward,
Iboko, do you have something to say?
I have something to say.
Please.
Is it possible to review the number of hours that we spend on a symposium like this, so that
Yeah, let me get you, let me see if I can answer. I'm going to put into chat right now a link, and you can go to that link, answer the questions on that link, and you can actually get course credits for your attendance in the symposium.
because it is a bit too long. 8 hours is a bit
Yes.
long.
Yes, well,
Could
yeah.
it be 4 hours at one time and then 4 hours at another time?
I will take that into consideration. I'm going to talk with the academic committee that's possible, because we're going to have another symposium in 4 weeks.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for organizing this.
And also, these recordings will be available. They're going to go up onto YouTube too. So if you can't see one today, you'll be able to see it within the week. Okay, Jose Mia, do you have the emails written down?
Yes, yes, I have them. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay.
Thank you very much.
I think let's give it a round of applause for Igor Silva. Wonderful.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Talk about exponential personal growth. There you have it right there. See that smile on his face? That's exponentially growing, and it's full of life.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Lambert.
Okay, I think with that, everybody, we are so happy to have spent this time together. We're always here to help you. Books, resources, anything you need to develop your mind. And we also have the resources and the other students to develop your heart and give you opportunities for your future. So I think with that, we love you all.
Thank you.
Blessings
Thank you.
and power, especially when we got people like Audrey Cole-Crossdale here.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Dr.
you very much.
Love you guys.
Thank you.
Love
It was
so much.
wonderful.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was wonderful.
Have a wonderful
Yes.
evening or night or morning, whatever time of day it is in your time of the woods.